Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And here I am doing a video on all the gear that I keep in my Roam case up there and in my deck drawer system that I carry with me everywhere I go, just in case for emergencies. So let's get right into it. Here's one item that I always go everywhere with. It's the Mountain Series Medical Kit, the Weekender. Has plenty of great stuff in there. It's always great to have a good medical kit just in case. You never know what can happen on the trails or camping. Another great item to add. I highly recommend the Mountain Series. Here's what inside this medical kit contains. A whole bunch of goodies. It's all nice and labeled so you know what you're looking for whatever situation you're in. Again, highly recommend this kit. Always have a medical kit with you when you go wheeling. Next thing on the list is this DB Power portable jump pack for your battery of your truck. It's a great thing to have just in case you're wheeling by yourself and your battery dies. It's a great thing to have to jump yourself. Not everyone has, two batteries or whatever. So you never want to be left in the woods and you have you're not able to start your truck. Now, those jump packs aren't the fastest or easiest way to, jump your vehicle if your battery dies. So I carry around a pair of jumper cables just in case I got a buddy or in case someone else needs a jump. They work a lot quicker and are kind of just easier. But yeah. All right, moving on to kind of the recovery gear that I always have on me. I always have this on me because I feel like I get a call about once a month of someone needing to be recovered, and if I'm in town, I don't want to go back home and grab it. So we'll start over here. I got the Bubba Rope Kinetic Rope. This is the smaller version, not the big one. The big one's just a little too big, and this thing has handled plenty, pulling like almost a semi out, a tow truck, a full-size work van. This thing has served me very well. Over probably 20-something recoveries with this one. Barely looks used. Great product. Here I have a D-ring, or whatever the actual term is, shackle. So it's nice to have a metal one because some bumpers can be a little too sharp for the soft shackles. Talking about my rear bumper right there. So you kind of need a metal shackle like this. You can pick them up at Harbor Freight for pretty cheap, but I try to keep metal out of recoveries as much as possible. So, just in case you need these, it's always good to have one. I'm probably going to get one or two more from all the recoveries I've done in the snow. I kind of needed more. Here we have some soft shackles from Bubba Rope also. These things will work great. As you can see, I've used and abused these and they're still going. Those are great to have. And you also want to be careful with these to not put them near a vehicle's exhaust if you're pulling them from behind, because they will melt. I did find that out recovering my 4Runner. So there's one tip. And also you got to also watch out again for the bumpers. They can be sharp and they can start cutting them. So it's good to pair these up with whatever you're using to recover. Now I have this Factor 55. We call it the donut. I don't know the specific term, but this is basically a snatch block. I believe that's what they're called. You just take a soft shackle, loop it, and put it around the tree saver, and you can run it back to your vehicle, and then you have double the pulling power. So this thing's really nice. Used it a few times, pulled a tree out of the road and everything like that. Highly recommend this. Here's the Factor 55 hitch recovery point. Now, a lot of vehicles won't have recovery points in the back, especially people that don't really off-road. So just having one of these and a hitch pin that's inside the vehicle, just to toss in their hitch and pull them back, is also a great thing to have. And here I have two tree savers. Here's the ARB one. Here's the nice one that I use. And here's kind of, I think, a crappy, Harbor Freight one. Or I don't know if it's crappy. I haven't really used it. I just threw it in the kit. Now, the reason I have two of them is there has been few situations where two of them would have been nice for making that rope just a little bit longer, or just needing two of them, like two different people are stuck, just throw them the other one. Yeah, those things are really helpful, especially when you have the winch. So moving on. So when you're wheeling in the snow or mud or sand, sometimes the best bet to get out is just dig your way out. Sometimes you have no other choice but that option, so I always highly recommend carrying some type of shovel. Now here, it's not a full length shovel, but here is just, you know, a normal metal shovel that fits in my deck drawers. And here is a collapsible shovel that comes in this little bag. Here's my hand, you know, fits pretty good and it's worked pretty good. So give me 1 sec. I will break this down or break it up or whatever, build it, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, here's all the pieces to the shovel. Breaks down pretty good. It is pretty solid. So we have like this little dig thing. Not too sure what that is, but you know, you could use it to pry something. Here's just the base handle, nothing much. Here we have like a knife with the back serrade. And inside this one is a ferro rod to start a fire. So it's kind of like a little survival shovel that breaks down. And then here's the shovel part. So let me get this built and I'll show you guys. So here we have both the shovels side by side. The collapsible one right here is a little bit bigger than this one. The head of this shovel is just a little bit bigger than that. But on this one, we have a serrated edge and kind of like a chopping edge. It's a little bit dull, but if you wanted to use it, you can. Pretty well built saw, not gonna lie. As you can see, you know, everyone knows how that mechanism works to collapse it. But here it is fully put together. You know, we have used both of these shovels on plenty of recoveries. Last recovery I used this one on from people from my Instagram. The 6-hour snow recovery that we did up in the mountains. This was the shovel we used to dig that truck out. And if you want to go watch that video, it's on my Instagram, that one third gen. Just scroll down a little bit and you can check out the snow recoveries that we've done with this. So I highly recommend having shovels. I carry 2 because, you know, it's better to have 2 people shoveling than 1. So here we are to the next part. Another thing I have in my truck is a little survival kit that I put together. Just, you know, random stuff to keep you alive, like knives, this little stove, tarp, like heavy emergency blanket, just in case you're out wheeling, you get 2 flats, God forbid, or anything, and you have to leave the truck. At least I have a little bag to carry with me in case I have to spend the night on my walk back. Highly recommend putting yourself together one of these. If you guys want me to do a video on this, comment down below. I will happily do that. I have a bunch of survival gear. You know, that's another hobby I have, just buying that. I like collecting that. It's kind of fun. So if you guys want me to go over that, I can. On to the next product. A couple other things I always carry is a fire extinguisher. This is for on and off trail use. You know, there's plenty of videos out there of a car accident happening and the car catches on fire. So if I ever see that, I can grab this and go hopefully put it out. And then, you know, good old WD-40, endless uses, kind of a self-explanatory. Couple of other things that are in my truck just in case. You know, tarp. I don't know if Grizzly Tarps is good or not. I don't know. I remember when I got it. You know, just in case. Whatever you need to cover up a window. If a window gets busted and it starts raining, just kind of good to have just in case. And then a map of Arizona. You never know. I live in Arizona. So a nice detailed map just in case, God forbid, I get lost. Just in case scenarios. A couple of other things I always bring. I got this cheap tubeless tire repair kit, you know, just in case. I've ran Toyo tires my entire life and never had a flat. So I've never had to use this stuff, so it's been in here a while. And this like fix a flat stuff. Not too sure how well this works, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And I got these Colby emergency tire valves, just in case, you know, smack your valve on a rock. Let's hope these work. I'm not too sure if they do work, but I've heard great things about them. So, yep, that's one thing just in case. Now, you might be asking yourself, what in the world is this? So this, I forget the exact name. It's not a siphon. Maybe a siphon. I don't know. But you connect this pump, hand pump, to these tubes, and you could put one end into someone's gas tank, and it'll pump the gas out. So just in case you have a full tank and you run on someone that, you know, ran out of gas, instead of saying, I'll be right back, you can just pump some gas into theirs and call it good. Buddy runs out of gas and you don't got gas cans, you could just, you know, do an easy gas swap. Or, you know, if the world ends and you need gas, you can always get it instead of having to put your mouth and hope you don't get stuff in your mouth. So it's just kind of a just in case thing. You need gas, you run out of gas, someone else pulls over. It's an easy way to transfer gas. It's really light, doesn't take up a lot of room. It's a good thing to have. Now I do carry a relatively small crowbar. It's always good, I guess, have some sort of prying tool in case something breaks and you gotta pry it off. You know, I see mechanics using these all the time. I just thought I've never used it, but it's always good to have. You know, it could be used multiple other ways, but in case you have to pry something, it's kind of a good thing to have just in case. Now here we are in the big drawer of my deck system. Some of the stuff that I just showed you is in that drawer with my air up tool that connects to my twin ARB air compressor. But this stuff I haven't gone over with. This right here has saved me many times. It's a great, you know, saw. It helps in case there's limbs in the way or whatnot. But there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. I got a knife, you know, tire pressure tool, the pin for the Factor 55 thing, some Velcro straps, binoculars, and I got some earmuffs, or in case when I go shooting and I forget my earmuffs. I got the, you know, little seat thing just in case. I got some spare winter gloves. That's always, you know, you don't want to find yourself freezing out there. Some super warmers. The super warmers are the best. I highly recommend those. That's always a good thing to have. Some of this stuff I removed during the summer, like the hand warmers, this blanket, you know, stuff like that. But other than that, most of the stuff stays in. Got a water purifier just in case I need it, and then my air down tool, the ARB one. You know, another water purifying thing, flashlights, some stakes, some extra cordage, scissors, some like waterproof sealant that I use for my roof rack. I put the rest in here just in case I needed it. Some duct tape, zip ties, bungee cords. And then here's a blanket that folds. And then here we got a chair, you know, just in case. And then a full tool kit. That's always nice to have. It's not the nicest, it's not the best, but it has served me well. I have used it many of times to fix something. So that's why I keep it in this drawer. Kind of just went over it quick, nothing too interesting. Great stuff to have. If you have any questions, shoot a comment down below. A couple of other things, you know, I got a full-size axe on the side of my truck, easy access. And this compartment on the deck, I have another tarp that I put at the bottom of the tent when I camp. So there's something not dirt to walk on. In the iCamper, I have my sleeping bag rolled up in there. I believe that's it. Maybe like a blow up, like nice foam pillow or whatnot. And then for other recovery gear, I do have the Max Tracks on top of there. I would get them off and show you, but they are really bent and warped. And I have to get on top of my truck to put them back on so I can stand on them to bend them for the pins. But yeah, you just know I got them up there. So in the driver's seat, I got a tourniquet, and then, you know, that's about it for gear I take. The box is still open, but yeah, that's it for kind of the gear I take. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. It is kind of a lot compared to most people, but like I said, I'm always like kind of on call with my friends in my small town, and it seems like they're always getting stuck or they know someone's getting stuck. So I just always have it on me. And it also is kind of just like a safe keep, you know, it kind of just feels good to know that you got it covered. You could just get up and go off-roading. I don't have to come back home and take my recovery gear, because I highly recommend always having your recovery gear on you when you go off-roading. So, and me and my friends just randomly say, all right, let's go off-roading. So it's just nice to always have it on me. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Go follow my Instagram, that1/3gen. I post a lot of content over there. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And you guys have a great one.